Hello everybody, if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing this makeup and skincare look by following along a Vogue tutorial. So this tutorial is originally by Madelaine Petsch, who plays Cherry Blossom on Netflix, and I think she said CW. I only know it as a Netflix show, Riverdale. So I watched a few episodes, and Cherry Blossom is like her makeup on point. The lipsticks, girl knows how to do her makeup. And throughout the tutorial, I actually learned that she does a lot of her own makeup in the show, which I think is really cool. But this is not a Cherry Blossom tutorial. This is a look that she would sort of put together for a day of meetings. And she says that she wears a lot of heavy makeup on the show, so she, in her day-to-day life, wants something lighter. We're gonna use a lot of skincare tools, including some things I bought just for this video, and some other products I had lying around. So I actually really like how the look came together, and guys, my skin feels so soft. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so in her video, the first thing that Madelaine does is light a candle. So I have this scented candle, it's Violet Amber from Laline, and I'm gonna light it. Now, I don't know about you guys, I have tons of candles and I'm just not the best at using them, but that's okay. So let's get some fire on my channel. Come on. There we go. Kids, don't do this unsupervised. So the next thing she does is put her hair up. So I've got this crunchy, and we'll do that. I always like a nice high ponytail. I think it's very cute and like summer with like a scrunchie. Okay, ponytail check. The next step, she says, is to use an ice ball. So I actually ordered this from Amazon just for this video. She does say you can always put your face in a bucket of ice or use an ice cube, but I've been using this bit and I really like it. This is the last thing I grabbed before turning the camera on. And she says that she uses this to depuff her face. So let's make sure we get under the eyes. Very cooling. I will say when you take it fresh from the freezer, sometimes when I use it, it is cold. I always lose my face feeling really nice. I've been keeping this in the freezer. I've used it a couple times. And it really was not very expensive off Amazon. So now I'm getting to a nice part because that frost, the layer of frost that was first on it is gone. And she also goes in at her neck, so, you know, necks need some love too. So she says you can stop when your face is sufficiently frozen, and my cheeks are starting to feel a little numb, so I'm going to say that we did the job. Next, she goes in with a soothing toner, so I'm going to be using my Clarins Extra Comfort Toning Lotion and a reusable cotton round. It seems like she's also using a reusable cotton round, and she notes that the ones that come with the toner that she's using are softer than a cotton round. So I chose my extra soft cotton round. Under the eye a little bit, and just kind of rub it in a little bit. And then she goes in with a Sicily under eye tool, and I was not about to pay for that, so I'm just going to use the small end of my Jade Roller. So next up is what she describes as the most important step, and I do not disagree, sunscreen. So I'm just going with this little Ombrelle SPF 60 sunscreen that I picked up at the drugstore, and I really like it. So for her moisturizer, she uses the water cream from Tacha. I'm going to use the Dewy Skin Cream from Tacha. This is a deluxe sample that I either got from Ipsy or from Sephora, and she just uses about a pea-size amount. So she now uses the New Face Pro, which retails for 390 Canadian dollars. You can also get the New Face Mini Facial Toning Device at Sephora for $238. And neither of those prices appealed to me. So I'm just gonna use this little face roller that I got from a BoxyCharm that I wasn't actually too psyched to get, but you know, it's useful for this video, so. I don't really know if that did anything, but felt nice. So next up, she does a lip scrub. Now she has like a little scrubby device. I'm just gonna use a normal lip scrub. This one is by Sephora. It is their Rose lip scrub, and I really like this one and the honey one because it has a really good exfoliant to it. And this is kind of fun. So what I just do is you just kind of apply it like a lip balm and I go around little circles and then you just wipe it off. So now it's lip mask time, and I thought it'd be fun to use this Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Repair Cream. So now she says she goes in with a second eye cream, so I'm going to use this AMOREPACIFIC Time Response one because it is the first other eye cream I was able to find in my collection. Now she says something that I have always agreed with, which is there's no such thing as too much skincare, but there is too much makeup. I don't think I would actually ever use a second eye cream every day, but I should probably do a better job at using eye cream. It's one of those things where I think as a beauty blogger I get a failing grade on. So for primer, she uses the regular Benefit Pore Professional. I'm gonna use the hydrating one. I just find that one works better for me, so just gonna put some primer on there, and then she rubs it in with her fingers. So she also notes that, you know, skincare is really personal and whatever you're using might work for your friends, might not work for you, and just find what works for you. So that's also something I've been taking to heart in this video, sort of using, I did pick up a few products specifically for the video, but also just sort of using some products I already have to get me there and using some skincare products I already have that work for me, and yeah, let's keep going. Okay, so she uses a neck cream. I do not have a neck cream. So let's just use a little bit more of that Tacha moisturizer and we'll moisturize my neck. So she says that this is it for the skincare. This is the base, but she does grab a roller that looks just like this one, but hers is purple. And she likes to roll it in because she doesn't want to have a puffy face. Do you guys think a lot about having a puffy face? I haven't really thought a lot about having a puffy face. I definitely haven't put this much effort into fighting a puffy face. Okay, so she says instead of traveling with perfume bottles, she likes to use rose oil as her perfume. So I'm going to use this rose blend from Pixie, which I like to use actually as a nail cream. But okay, I'm just gonna dab some back in there. And then while we're here, I'm going to include my own little step and just do my nails. I love using this on my nails. Okay, and then she also gets an essential oil roll-on. So I have one essential oil, and that is Sage's Immune. And she just smells it, breathes it in, and puts it on her temples. So this oil, this Immune oil, was actually recommended to me. And I always like to put this one on the back of my neck too, by one of my colleagues, and she swears by it, so I bought it. I will just say my skin feels like incredibly soft. Like it feels like a baby. Maybe there's a method to this madness. Now next up, she uses a rose sort of natural deodorant. I know there's one on Amazon, but I wasn't able to order it. But I do have this one, which I got for free somehow. And it is a natural comfort deodorant. Anyways, I already put on deodorant this morning, so I'm skipping the step in the video, but I am wearing deodorant. The next step you've seen me doing throughout the video, and that is drink water, so. Next, she does a probiotic, and I don't take any vitamins, probiotics, supplements. I'm not really into any of that. So next up, she has a tight line with a brown eyeliner and then smokes it out. And her tight line, she basically says, is like very close to the lash. It's kind of just above. So I'm just gonna do that really quick and then we will smoke it out. Okay, that was super easy to smoke out because my face is covered in just so many moisturizing products. And she notes that she just likes to have like a little bit of definition around her eyes, and it's sort of like the base. So this is so far definitely not how I do my makeup. So now she says she likes to live in the neutral world. It looks like she has a Sicily palette or a Chanel. I'm just gonna use my chocolate bar from Too Faced and go in with Salted Caramel. And she just seems to sort of gently take a brush and just sort of and she does say that she likes some shimmer, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of marzipan. So now she uses a CC cream just with her fingers and says that it goes on a little heavy, but it does sheer out, and she uses that as her foundation. Is it possible that my CC cream is too light on me now? It looks really light in the viewfinder. I got some sun this week, but not that much. Okay, and then she goes in with some concealer just in some spots. So I'm just gonna use my Boeing Cakeless Concealer from Benefit. And there's just like a couple. She says that she doesn't want her skin to breathe, so I'm not gonna go in too hard with the concealer. So then she goes in with a dry beauty blender, and she says she thinks it works better. I don't think I've ever used a dry beauty blender, but okay. Oh, I missed a step a little earlier. She says use a lash primer and then let it dry. So the primer I'm using is Pixie's Black Lacquer Lash Primer. So next up is a step that's pretty extra. She uses a curved lash comb. I picked this one up on Amazon for next to nothing. I don't know if I noticed a huge difference from that, but you know, they look good. So next up, she uses a peachy cream blush that to me 100% appears to be Dusk, the Glossier Cloud Paint. Now for someone who uses her hands for most of the tutorial so far, she actually uses her, like a brush for this one. And she seems to do something that I often do, which is just kind of like tap it in. So now she bakes with using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and a dry beauty blender. She says that she doesn't do a contour, but she does carve her cheekbone out with powder. I'm getting this all over me. I'd say the weirdest thing about using a dry beauty blender for this is it's not picking up the product on the sponge when I take it out of here. So there's actually a lot of it on my legs right now. But I'm trying to, if this is the only contour we're getting today, I'm trying to. So while the bake is setting in, she says to take down your hair. Sometimes she'll her eyebrows or whatever, but I have taken down my hair. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. and went in with a hair oil. So I'm using my Tahitian Manoi oil, which is solid. It's liquid when you're in Tahiti, but when you're in Canada, it is solid, even in summer. So you take it out, and I've just like run it through sort of the bottom 2/3 of my hair. Man, this stuff smells so good. So she says for meetings she doesn't want to look like she's wearing a ton of makeup, despite the fact that we've just put all this makeup on and baked the face. So this, I think, is the epitome of no makeup in the sense that it's taken a lot of time for a very, I don't know, relatively natural look. So I'll just roast that all off. And now she says her face is feeling cracked and dry. I think she's a dry skin girl like me, and so she goes in with a spray. I'm using this Ombrelle, I hope you said it right. It's the Eau de Beauté Rose Miel 4-flower water toner, rose, orange blossom, cornflower, Amelia's, alcohol free for all skin types. So now she uses a clear Tom Ford highlighter. I'm going to use a free deluxe sample of the RMS Beauty Living Luminizer, which is also clear. It's a little bit of a shimmer, but the same thing. Same idea. Got some of that on my finger. And she just kind of taps it along here just to get that little bit of a glow, rather than, look, this is not Becca Champagne Pop. Ooh, so she says she uses this on the red carpet. So this is like a red carpet beauty tip, but she doesn't often use it on the show. So she goes in with a taupe brown under her eye. She's using a Charlotte Tilbury palette there, but this one's already out. That is one step I basically never do. And time for some eyebrow gel. Okay, this is starting to feel not too pale. I think it's not having my eyebrows done makes me feel so washed out. But I don't feel washed out now. So she does go over some tips for brow products that work for her as a redhead, and that does resonate with me. I'm not a redhead, but I do come from a proud family of gingers. My mom's a redhead, her brother and sister are redheads. My Nan and Poppy are both redheads. My redheaded aunt married a redheaded guy, and so they had 2 redheaded kids, and then my uncle has a redheaded son. So of the 6 cousins on that side of the family, 3 are redheads. My brother's brown hair, my other girl cousin has brown hair, and I have this chameleon hair. But with my hair, it can definitely pull red or pull warm. I feel like there's like red hiding in here, peeking out sometimes. And so for me, I have a really hard time finding a warm toned brow product. I find a lot of brow products for blondes are too ashy and they make me feel washed out. And a lot of brow products for brunettes are too dark. And so I actually tend to reach for things like, sometimes I'll mix like a taupe and an auburn, but I do definitely reach for certain auburn products because they have that warmth in it. And if I can get like the perfect would be like a cool tone or a neutral tone auburn, or like a warm tone taupe. I'm sort of like right on that line. And it's very important to me to have that right warmth and darkness, because otherwise I just feel washed out. So I understand where she's coming from about finding the right brow product. And she goes in with a lip liner, and to me it looks like it's definitely a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, and I'm not sure if it's Pillow Talk or Iconic Nude, but I have a new Iconic Nude that I haven't used before, so I'm gonna use that one. So she says that on the show she wears so much like matte and intense lipstick that in real life she doesn't really reach for it, which like I understand. I get that. So she uses the Glossier Cherry Balm, which she says brings a little bit of red into your lips. I don't have that one. I have 4 of the different balm.coms, and I just didn't really feel like ordering a 5th one just for this video. So I'm using the mango one. You guys know I like this one. It is so juicy. It smells so good. She says that it has the red tint in it does bring some red into her lips. I don't think any Glossier product is tinted enough to bring that into my lips, so we're just gonna go with this one. So on top of the lip balm, she then goes in with a lip gloss. It looks a little peachy. So I'm gonna use this ColourPop Disney Designer Collection lip gloss and not drop it in Boppity. I don't think I would ever put a balm and then a gloss on top. And then it looks like she puts a little bit more lip balm in there, a little bit more balm.com in the middle. I don't know what that extra step does, but okay. Okay, so here is the look we put together. What do you guys think? I definitely feel pretty. I would probably not do this. Let's put some of that hair back. I would probably not do a look like this on camera typically. I feel like it has settled in very nicely, but my desire to have a bronzer is very strong. Like, I love having some bronzer up here and a little bit of definition, but the blush with the cut crease I think does give a little bit of definition. Like, it's very subtle. I think this would be a super pretty look, like if you were just running errands or maybe had a very professional business meeting and you didn't want to look done. Like, I definitely feel like my skin looks like skin. You guys know I love a winged liner and that's not happening here, but I think the look is very pretty. Again, my skin feels incredibly soft. She definitely is into skin tools. I'd say the biggest thing for me is this frozen ice ball. It felt so good on my skin, guys. So at first when I heard 38-step beauty routine, I was like, that's insane. Who has time for that? Who does 38 steps? But you know what? I bet if you counted every single step of me doing my makeup in the morning, it probably wouldn't be far behind. So it's not as wild as I thought it would be, but definitely when you see it, I'm not saying it was clickbait from Vogue, but it definitely makes it sound excessive and extra. And I don't think it's actually that extra. Like, it's a very minimalist kind of Glossier girl look. She just puts a lot of effort and care into her skin, and like, I respect that, guys, because your skin is your canvas. If there are any other celebrities or bigger YouTubers that you want me to try a tutorial from, let me know. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye. Mwah.